Alright guys, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. So there's actually going to be one video after this. I need a Bunsen burner to run the ammonium carbonate reaction, and I don't have one of those in here that is in the fume hood, or a gas burner in the fume hood. So I'm going to get that set up in here. Then I'm going to move my stuff into the other lab in order to actually show you that reaction. For now though, let's focus on reaction 3 in your lab manual. That is using copper sulfate pentahydrate. So that is what this looks like. Water and heat. So I have already added my copper sulfate pentahydrate, just a little scoop full into here. And again, if I am moving too fast, pause the video, write down your observations, and then you can make it go again. This is like on-demand science. Okay, so I was having a little bit of trouble lighting this a minute ago, so bear with me. Ah, there we go. Okay. So once you have this lit, we're going to move it just a little closer so you guys can actually see what's going on. And I'm just going to hold my test tube over the flame. So now that that's done, take a look at our product. So remember what it looked like before and compare that to what you're seeing now in this test tube. Now, I am going to go ahead and say that we do have some carbon residue on this test tube because of the flame. I'm sorry, my hands are so shaky. But we do have some carbon residue on this test tube because of the flame. So that yellow is really just the test tube. So try, maybe if I tilt it on the bottom, you can see a little bit better. Okay. Now we do have to wait in order to actually use the product because it is so hot and we have to add water to it. So if I were to take some really, really hot test tube and just add water to it that is cold immediately, we would end up with a big old broken test tube because of the sudden heat change, because that's how temperature works. So luckily for you guys, I have this one that I have already heated up. I've let it cool down. So now I'm just going to get a little bit of water. I didn't grab a disposable pipette, so I'm just going to add a little drop of water from my graduated cylinder. And look at that. I know I got a lot in there, but look at that reaction that's happening. Notice what may have popped up when I added the water. Okay, that is that reaction. So the very last one that we are going to do, and I will go ahead and get it set up in here, is we are going to take our ammonium carbonate. And that's what this is. That's what that looks like. And we are going to put just a little of that into a test tube, just with this bit into the scupula, just like we did before. Then I'm going to take that to a Bunsen burner and heat it. For this one, you do have to make sure you're using the right procedure, wafting it under your nose in order to smell it. But I am going to move this into the other lab. I'm going to show it to you in there, and hopefully you guys can see the reaction, and then I will smell it and I will tell you what I smell. So be sure that you write down that observation, but I'll see you guys in a minute.